Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for December 28th of 2025 through January 3rd of 2026. So we crossed the threshold into a new calendar year. And we kick it off on Monday the 29th with Juno entering Capricorn until March 29th of 2026. So a solid 3 months. We get to renew our commitments and dedication to our relationships, our intimate ones in particular. We can redefine terms and renegotiate terms. Juno's only there every 4 years. So Juno represents how we do partnership on all levels. This is a time when we are supported to reset and renegotiate our roles and responsibilities within the context of our interactions with others. Some things have run their course, as the last time she was here was November of 2021. We have all grown tremendously in that time. Life is different and our values and priorities are different. Plus, this will contribute to a new cycle with Venus and Mars, which means that we have the opportunity for a very clean slate. Our current collaborations can use the upgrade to a new level, and it sets the foundation to attract in new support from others. This is a time when we can also rebirth what we would like to be known for in our partnerships. For example, when you are actively parenting young children, you are known as their mother. However, once they grow up and you hit empty nest, you will want to be known for something different. That goes for any roles or responsibilities which have outgrown their usefulness. It is also a great time to check in with the general stability and fortitude of your primary relationships and do whatever maintenance needs to be done at this time to ensure a successful future of conscious equal partnership. So Juno in Capricorn is very special. On Tuesday the 30th, Mercury squares off with Saturn. This energy favors introspective contemplation and moments of intentional solitude over engaging in negotiations or communication with others, as it may pose challenges around your own self-expression. There is a likelihood of feeling misunderstood while attempting to convey your thoughts, which might cause others to perceive your serious demeanor as something negative, despite it simply being more introspective and contemplative. Generally, this isn't a conducive energy for business discussions unless all parties involved have absolute clarity on the details. Under this influence, self-criticism tends to intensify, and it might also extend toward evaluating others, so that criticism comes out either way. Saturn's influence serves as a mirror, revealing weaknesses or instabilities, signaling areas that require resolution, stabilization, or fortification, while Mercury offers avenues for learning and new ideas. Be cautious of leaning toward apathy, pessimism, or feelings of depression, as they are rooted in the mental realm and Saturn can call them into literal manifestation. Okay, deep breath. Redirect your focus toward acknowledging your current blessings and past accomplishments instead of fixating on the pending tasks at this time. Understand that this energy doesn't intend to burden you with feelings of inadequacy, but rather encourages taking the initial steps and embracing incremental progress. This energy tends to direct your attention toward the practical aspects of manifesting your goals. Clear mental clutter and emotional blockages in order to lay a new, sturdy foundation for your aspirations. Then strategize meticulously about the finer details required for actualizing these goals, a process that can also uplift your spirits. Focus on the positive. Now we cross the threshold to January 1st of 2026. Where Mercury will square off with Neptune this once and final time, Sag to Pisces, before entering Capricorn the same day. So we're having a Capricorn party. This energy from Mercury squaring off with Neptune brings forth a blend of blessings and challenges. It offers a favorable time for spiritual exploration and infusing your dreams with some energy if your schedule permits. However, it also signifies a period prone to significant misunderstandings among individuals. It is crucial to consider your words before speaking, as the potential for misinterpretation or complete misunderstanding is heightened this week. Guard against allowing your longing for dreams to cloud your judgment or lead you astray into illusions or delusions. This energy may prompt deliberate deception in some individuals, while others must exercise caution not to be misled. It is advisable to adhere to facts or maintain silence for the time being. There might be a temptation to withhold information to avoid potential confrontations. However, it is best to resist this urge. Okay, that's where I say, when you don't openly disagree, people assume that you agree. That's a problem. Instead, focus on communication with yourself, your higher self, and God or spirit today. If engaging with others, ensure absolute clarity in explaining yourself to avoid any potential misunderstandings. Okay, deep breath. Then it slips into Capricorn until January 20th. And this is its entree post-retrograde. So this is powerful. Now that we have expanded and explored the possibilities in Sag, and which of them have any chi or life force energy in them, we can now choose which ones to embody, express, and create containers for going forward. This is the time of year when we review all that we've accomplished with an eye toward what we can build on in the upcoming new year. We get a little more serious and focused on our goals and how we will accomplish them. We look at our exchanges to see which ones are solid and which ones are not, and we start to look at new commitments going forward. Mercury in Capricorn is going to ask us to get practical about the fundamentals, home and work, and the self versus other balance, which means it is time to check in with your choices and commitments and the state of mind you were in when you made them. It is going to ask you to check in with the structure and viability of your own ideas, thoughts, and concepts. And then it is going to ask that we confidently step into a new narrative rooted in more personal integrity and creative longevity. Because this is, again, the containers for our creative ideas. It's making our ideas or thoughts real in some way. It's powerful. That's all on the first of the year. The second, which is a Friday, Chiron will go direct in Aries. Now we are coming closely to the end of this. If you were born 1968 to 77, then this is very personal and part of your Chiron return when we all do our greatest amount of healing possible for this lifetime. In general, this is an initiation because Chiron has now spent the last 50 years moving through every healing process in Aries to and through Pisces, and is starting over now. So even if you never knew about Chiron, now you know, and we can all consciously co-create with it as it journeys through the signs, activating their lessons and healing processes. As it moved through Pisces 2010 to 2018, we learned about following our intuition and managing our own individual boundaries better. Now, in Aries 2018 to 2027, so we only have a year or two left, we get to heal our identity and purpose and our essential right to be here at this miraculous time in history. Every year, Chiron retrogrades, which shifts its normal effects on our social collective realms and turns its energy inward for the individual to do some processing. So it is not a bad idea to co-create with this one consciously and annually. Anything you are ready to heal, learn about, or transform, Chiron can help you do it. And in Aries, it's all about you, your choices, your purpose, your healing process, and what you learn along the way through your own experiences. We can all consciously honor the healing, education, and personal transformation that Chiron facilitates. In Aries, we are opening up to the new directive of self-healing, self-assembling, and self-mastery going forward. Chiron is best known as the wounded healer, the aspect of self that came in with a wound to address this lifetime. And in your chart, it represents your own healing and educational path. It is all that you learn on that journey toward wholeness and integration, and the healing and education that results from that journey. As it goes direct today, this 5-month period should have revealed where you're at in your own process of evolution. This whole year has been deeply supported for a personal inventory or inner review. You have to be willing to face the fears and hurts, accept the losses and defeats, and then get up, dust yourself off, and try again. Chiron can help guide this process. It's time to be brave and pioneering. Clearly, the old ways don't work. It's time to follow your own instincts, though first we may have to connect to them properly. It's time to face challenges head on and remember that though we have to do for self, be self-sufficient and self-contained, we do not have to do it alone. So this time is really going to support the evolution of the individual within the context of the community or their relationships. It is all connected. If one evolves, the other has to evolve too. So if you change, everyone around you has to change or go away. And if others change, then you have to respond accordingly. So as Chiron goes direct, you may find yourself on more solid ground internally. And as you get there, another layer of healing is usually revealed too. So this is deep because this is the, second of the year. This is the second day of the new year. And we've now processed so much of 2025. And we're still in that zone of preparing for the new year to really get underway. So this is interesting timing. Just in the nick of time, we're pulling things together. and getting stronger from our experiences from the previous years, right? And the last thing happening this week will be Saturday the 3rd, the Cancer full moon. This moment unfolds as a profound opportunity to bid farewell to both recent and distant chapters of the past, engaging in forgiveness work and learning the art of listening to your heart while thinking with your feelings. The energy of Cancer encourages a longing for the comfort of the familiar, yet to embrace the unfamiliar terrain that 2026 brings forth is crucial, as clinging solely to the known risks repeating destructive patterns, a fate we must all work individually and collectively to avoid. Ashe. Even if it requires the entire year to untether yourself from attachments to people, places, or circumstances of the past, give it your utmost effort, for it is fully supported. Our collective journey is steering us toward new ways of nourishing ourselves and the planet. Hence, we must all realign our perceptions of mother and home. This is Cancer territory. Mother symbolizes the portal through which we enter and depart this world. Forgetting this profound truth is a luxury we can no longer afford. Now more than ever, our intuitive nature will serve as our guiding compass through the unfolding year. It is imperative to commune effectively with your emotional intuition, listening keenly to your instincts, understanding the messages conveyed by your moods. These feelings should not overwhelm or debilitate you. Rather, they illuminate facets that your conscious mind might not presently comprehend or be able to manage. Full moons naturally usher in a phase of release. Consider your Capricorn-oriented goals, particularly for 2026, and contemplate where you must release ideas, thoughts, or behaviors that fail to nurture and protect all that comprises you, all that you cherish, and all that you are here to co-create this lifetime. Reflect on the fresh beginnings sowed 6 months ago, back in June, July of 2025. How have these efforts to nourish your mind, body, and soul evolved over these months? Remember, full moons serve as pivotal midpoints, offering the ideal juncture for course correction within a month, a year, or even within the more extensive, larger 18-year lunar cycles. Use this full moon to release the past and clear the way for new goals and inspirations with the coming Capricorn new moon, which happens on January 18th. So, powerful week as we cross the threshold into 2026. I will be uploading the January monthly missive, which will have all the new links and relevant reflections for the early part of the new year. I hope you will join us when and where you can, reach out directly when you need to, and have a fantastic week. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.